It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I'm so excited that you are here from another Must Sew TV Thursday night. We are going to be talking about my favorite color is Moda. We are going to be having a Halloween Spooktacular fabric event and telling you about some really fun upcoming things that I know you are super excited about. All right, so let's get started. We are going to talk about my favorite color is Moda. So for my favorite color is Moda, we are on blocks 16 and 17. Can you believe it? 16 and 17. So Moda had posted a blog post and they had used the tropical getaway colors in their blocks for 16 and 17, and they're super beautiful. You can see them here, and even though we are nearing the end of my favorite colors Moda, we still have patterns here in stock. We also have a few kits. We'd be more than happy to hook you up. I think we even have on my Tropical Getaway in stock. We have a few of the other ones in stock, but otherwise we can cut to order so that you could have one to play along. We will be presenting still the blocks through the end of the year. Now, Tammy is including a link to the Moda Inspiration blog where they're going to share some things that I'm going to be sharing with you. And the first thing I want to talk about is this concept of, you see the initial colors, but let's talk about a color story play with it. So Robin Pickens had inspired playing with the colors to be able to take a look and make these blocks look different. And playing with the color story of any basic block is always very interesting. So you can see in the color study that Frank's going to put up for us how we can see some different shading and how all the different colors look, and they really look like different blocks. So you can include this block as part of the sampler here, or if you love the block, you could absolutely go ahead and make a whole quilt with just this block, either in the same color story or in varied colors. Another thing that I really want to share with you today is that there was a tiny bit of a typo in the pattern, okay? So not to worry if you're paying attention to just the names of the colors that they're giving to you. Fabric 1 and 6, they just have colored it incorrectly in the original color here. So Frank is posting here that graphic that shows you the change, but in the link that Tammy's provided, it does have all of the information. So there's nothing wrong with the sizing, and at the end of the day, if you chose different colors, you'll just have your own unique block, and that's all right, right? Okay. The other thing that we wanted to talk about is that is the unit sizing. So we have included in here, and they had made note because there were some people who were really confused about what some of the subunits measure. So make sure you read that if you're concerned about the measurements of some of the subunits. Nothing too crazy here. We have half square triangles and putting half square triangles together to make them into bigger units. Super simple and super fun. Now we're going to find out where these blocks go. So Frank's going to post up an image of where blocks 16 and 17 go in each of the color stories. If you have been making these blocks and playing along and you're posting them to social media, make sure to tag the Moda Quilt alongs to be eligible for prizes. Moda does give away prizes every single month along the way, so I want to make sure that all of you who are playing along with us at Patchworks have an opportunity to win. Because we're talking about my favorite color is Moda right now, I would like to share with you some of the show and tell that we have that was shared on our Patchworks Party Facebook page. And we have 3 of our club members who have been keeping up and playing along. So Frank is going to show us Julie. So Julie Dreckman has been playing, so great job on that, Julie. I think you were the first one to post this month. Congratulations. Next, we have Denise Arsberger. Your block is looking stunning as ever. And last, we have a block from Sharon Bonnell. So thank you so, so much. And it's always great and inspirational to see what everyone is up to. Make sure, if you are not already a member of the Patchworks Party Facebook group on Facebook, that you ask to join. I just ask that you answer the questions, that we know that you're a human and not a bot from somewhere else in the galaxy. So Tammy is at the keyboard today. If you have any questions along the way, please, please, please make sure to ask them. Before we start talking about Halloween fabrics, I just wanted to give a plug-in for another Moda quilt along, and that is the Together quilt along, which is the Stitch Pink 2021 quilt along. It is a beautiful kit of reds and pinks and creams. The quilt is from Sherry McConnell of A Quilting Life, and the quilt finishes 64 by 75. We have a limited number of kits here available in store and online, and for the select number of kits, we also have an exclusive limited edition Stitch Pink notepad. These purse magnetic notepads from Moda are so awesome and so amazing, and you could have this to go along with your quilt. The kits are $144.99. Everything that you need to make the quilt top and binding, as well as the pattern, is in here. You just would need backing, and it takes 4 yards of backing for the regular width fabric and 2 yards if you would be using the 108 wide. The Moda quilt along will be starting at the end of the month. Originally it was slated to start a little bit earlier in the month, but with fabric delays, they wanted to make sure that since we just got it, that we'd be able to get all the fabric to all of you. So they pushed that date back. And you know, this is not a pink ribbon quilt or anything like that. It has hearts on it, and hearts are great all year long. So it's a beautiful quilt, and you might want to consider picking that up. Now we are on to the fun topic of the day, and that is Halloween fabric. So if you've spent any time here, you might know that my favorite holiday is Halloween. And so we always have a really great selection of Halloween fabric year-round here at Patchworks. I am sporting this gorgeous Black Cat Capers. I believe that's the name of the line. Black Cat Capers apron. Da, 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 da. So Heidi made this up for me today. In the panel, there is also a little cutout so you could make some matching oven gloves. That could be super fun, or you could just go around and pretend like you're a crab. That could be fun too. And to whip this up, you can either just turn the edges, or you can go ahead and grab some fabric so that you can make it reversible. And if you really wanted to be out of the box, you could go ahead and like put Christmas fabric on the back, or maybe some harvest Thanksgiving fabric, just to make it last longer. So that's just an option for you. I want to show you the quilts that I have on the wall because they're really, really special. So over here in the corner, we have our kitty corn quilt. And this quilt is on loan from Moda. And we have this wonderful box kit here, which has all of the great ingredients that you need to make the quilt just like this. So this quilt finishes 57 by 64. And what we're going to do is I'm going to just hop over and we're going to take a peek and see what's inside the box. So Frank's going to show us what's inside the box here. So we have this great box. I always love the Moda boxes. And I'm going to open it up. And we have strips that are cut 1.5 inches to make these 9 patches super easy. You'll have your setting pieces here. And you also have the big panel. And the big panel is used for cutting this applique center out to applique it on the front of the quilt. And of course you do have the pattern as well. So you have your settings, you have the cool applique center. You would be able to make this quilt without the applique kitty on the back. And then what you could do is you could actually take this. This is 54 by 90, this piece here. So you could modify this to use it as the back of this quilt if you just added a little bit to it, since the quilt is 57.5 by 64. So that would be a very efficient way if you didn't want to applique this on the top of your quilt. So we have a few of those kits left in stock here. Who likes the retro look of these? So pretty. So this is $129.99, a very good price point for this fun kit. In the collection of kitty corn, we do have fat quarter and half yard tower of the whole collection. We have most of the yardage available still on the bolt. There's a few of them that have gone already, as the fabric line has been out for a little bit. And then we do have the charm pack, jelly roll, and layer cake if you're looking to make a different project. Over here, we have a beautiful quilt that we've seen before, and that's from Kim Schaefer's Festive Fall Quilts. That is 21 fun applique projects for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and more. So we've taken a peek at these gorgeous quilts. We put together a fun fat stack that has these rich, deep colors that are in the center of the quilt that you could use as a starter pack for making that beautiful log cabin quilt. And I have a couple more samples that I haven't shown you yet. And so these are from the placemats from these, and these are a little bit more whimsical. She has not only the Thanksgiving placemats, but also some really whimsical Halloween placemats. So look at this one. Isn't this fun? It's a little baby Frankenstein. I think he's so cute. So Kim has her signature oval placemat style that she creates in a whole variety of different themes. And then we have the little Spideys. And the thing that I love about her applique projects is that she has some where the applique is giant, and some of it's where it's scaled down, and some of it where it's tiny. And so you can use it for the project that it's intended. But in her books, she has the full size of all of the shapes for all of her projects. So you could do something else with it. Like, let's say you wanted to make a 9-patch quilt like this, and you wanted to applique something over the top of it. You could take your favorite applique from this book and put it on top of anything, okay? So that's just really fun. We have a few more of these in stock, and then we're gonna be out for the year. So this is Festive Fall Quilts, $27.95, and it has sure been popular this fall season. Not Halloween, but I just have to share with you, you can see it in the corner here. We featured this in our last Moda University. This is our Yuletide Gatherings Patchworks exclusive panel kit. And we have them back in stock. So it is the panel, a tiny bit of yardage for your inner border and your binding, as well as the layer cake of the Yuletide Gatherings. We have the entire collection of Yuletide Gatherings in stock, which is a yummy, yummy, luscious flannel. A couple extra panels, but look at this. So Angie of Big Bear Quilting had put this design together. Heidi whipped it up, and then Angie quick quilted it so that we could share it with you, and I just love it. It finishes 45.5 by 54.5, and the quilt kit is $74.99. If you wanted to make it a little bit bigger, you can go ahead and put a border all around it. If there's anything that you were looking for that you're seeing in this video, you can either message us, you can type. Tammy's taking diligent records of everything so that we can be able to follow up with you tomorrow to make sure that you get what you need. So I've been talking a really, really long time already, and I think it is time to do a trivia question. Da, da, da. So with our trivia questions that we do every Thursday night, it's our chance to be able to have a little bit of fun with you, have some crazy prizes for you to win, and then you answer in the comments the answer, and we do a random drawing on Saturday morning. So the first question that I have for you, I should probably tell you the prize first because, well, I don't even know if the prize matters at all. But I have a couple fun patterns for you, some little snippets of fabric, and this exclusive merit badge that says runs with scissors. Ooh, it's a whole prize package. Okay, so the question is, what is Julie's favorite holiday? Da, 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 da. I know it's going to be really hard for you to guess that one. All right, so make sure that you submit an answer, and then we're going to do a drawing on Saturday. Do you have a question, Tammy?
Can you please talk about your awesome apron because everybody is super excited about it?
Okay, so Tammy's asking me to talk about my apron because I didn't spend enough time talking about my apron. That is super awesome. So my apron is from Black Cat Capers, and we have a stack of the panels that I should have just, oh, here it is right here. So this here, this is the gorgeous panel for Black Cat Capers. Let's look at it. Da, da, da. So you can see here we have the cat apron on the side. We have some squares here that we can either use for, I think, some mug mats. Wouldn't mug mats be cool? Or if you wanted to make a small little table runner. And then we have the oven mitts. And the oven mitts, well, of course you'd want to line them properly with the right batting. I'd put some of the cotton batting backed with the Insulbrite. Thank you so much. So the Insulbrite, that's the one to keep your hands. So put a few layers of that, and then you can either have like the crab hands, that'd be kind of fun, or you can just use it as hot pads as well. So this is 43 by 45. It is $19.99. If you wanted to back it as I did here, I would go ahead and get 3/4 of a yard of your favorite fabric. It could be Halloween fabric or it could be any other fabric. If you used any other fabric, it could then be multi-seasonal. You know, because maybe Maybe you don't want to wear a cat trick-or-treating apron every day. I don't know, maybe I do. But you might only want to wear it during the month of October, okay? So then you could go ahead and either put a different season on the back or just go ahead and make a different apron altogether. We have some...
Can you pull the bolt of what you used to line it so they can see that?
Absolutely. I would love to pull the bolt of what I used, which is right here. And I'm so happy that I just grabbed it right here. So this is from Black Cat Capers. It is a gorgeous orange backing, lots on the bolt, so all of you can be happy by making it just like Julie. And this is $12.99. It is on the website as well. If you want to go ahead and get a yard, because then you could use the extras to make your mug mats. You could use it for your lining for your little claws. That'd be lots of fun. And with this line, I have to share with you a couple of the other really awesome stellar pieces. So we have the cat in the moon here. Ooh, spooky cat. And then we have the different color here. So that's really awesome. A dot, tonal. I love this stripe. Love this stripe. You could even, if you wanted to be fancy about it, you could bind this. And if you're going to bind it on the bias. I love bias bindings with stripes. So that is really nice. And the best fabric in this line is down below. And it's the cat faces. Can you see this? No? Okay, so it is cat faces. And look at those eyes. Ooh, spooky. So, lots of fun. This is Black Cat Capers. Of course, a limited number are available, but we have a few just for you. Any other questions, Tammy? Okay. So, other things I'm going to show you that are behind here. You know, shipping's been a little bit crazy, and I don't know if you've heard it all. We have the pre-cuts for Midnight Magic 2. However, the Midnight Magic 2 fabrics have not shipped yet. So we are getting all of them, so don't worry. They're gorgeous fabrics. They will be here. They're just not here yet. But good thing, we keep a Halloween section all year long, so it's going to not be a problem. I have a few other fabrics that I want to show you that we're going to look at overhead. So why don't we go over and take a peek? All right, so I do want to share, we have a great selection of glow-in-the-dark fabrics. We're going to see if we can adjust our microphone a little bit. Is it back with you? So, did it just start getting echoey?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's by you. So, I'm going to take your headset off for a second. Okay, so, and just let us know if the sound quality is super crazy here, everyone. All right, so we have some great glow-in-the-dark fabrics. And I just am showing you one here. I don't have everything cut, ready to go. On the more contemporary side, we have some really great art gallery fabrics. This is the Spooky and Sweeter line. Look at these. So sweet. I have this cool panel that I want to share with you. So Frank, if we look at this panel, Tammy has this made up, and I forgot to ask her to bring it in to share with us. Maybe she'll share a photo on our Patchwork Party group. And we have a really fun pennant section here. You could also simply cut the triangles and make a hexagon quilt. Do something interesting like that if you're not into banners. You have this element here that you could use for a pillow panel. This panel right here that you could use for trick or treat panel for a bag. And then we have these right here that you could make stuffies out of. This panel is $12.99, and if you wanted to complete all of these projects, go ahead and get a yard of your favorite other complementary fabric so that you could finish everything up. A few other Halloween panels that I have for you. Since we were talking about glow in the dark, we have the Bouville glow in the dark panel. And this one you can just simply frame up to finish that up. We also have the Bouville glow in the dark blocks. So these blocks, what you can do is that you can just cut them out, and then you can cut giant squares of alternating fabrics to make a simple square quilt. Of course, you can do something more elaborate, but sometimes it's just really fun to showcase the fabric. And both of those are $8.99. They are 24-inch panels. On the contemporary end, again, we have just a couple more of the Candy Please candy sacks. And this is Sarah Watts for Ruby Star Society. You can turn these into bags or put them into a quilt, put them into a pillow. So we have this as well as just two more of these. And this is the fat quarter panel where you have 4 unique fabrics printed as fat quarters. So if you are a Sarah Watts fan and needed those, you want to make sure you scoop those soon because we only have 2 of those and just a few of these candy sacks. On to a little bit spookier side. We have the Raven in Wicked. Ooh, spooky. That you can do something with. So those are our Halloween panels that we have right now. I just was making sure I gathered all of them to share with you. Now let's go look at a little bit more yardage. So what kind of Halloween fabric is your favorite Halloween fabric? Do you like spooky things? Do you like sugary sweet things? Here we have some Midnight Haunt. And this is Andover. And this is a little spookier here again. Look at that. I love the words. You can't read anything here, but I really like the cream and these scroll work stuff and that vibrant orange. So that's a nice set. They also work really well with a lot of other things. We've been getting a lot of books in. Now these are spooky books. This is Timeless Treasures. Oh no, this is Wicked. Yes, it is Timeless Treasures. And these are spooky books. But we do have a great variety of other novelty books in stock. I know about a year ago we had none, and now we have all the books. which is super exciting. So all of you librarians out there or bibliophiles, you can just come and get your books. In sweet fabrics, we have a little bit of the Stacy East Shoe Ghouls and Goodies from last year with all these tiny prints. But we have as well the Holiday Essentials, which are really very interesting small scale prints that work with a lot of things, and they're sweet Halloween. More sweet Halloween, we have a little bit of the Midnight Magic 1 from April Rosenthal, but we're going to also be getting the Midnight Magic 2 that I had mentioned to you. As I said, we already have the pre-cuts, so the Charm Packs, Jelly Rolls, and Layer Cakes of this line in, and they're super sweet. And I really love that all of these play together. So any of these Moda lines, small scale, work together, work great. Other cute Halloween, we have a little bit from one of our favorite designers, Kim Schaefer. Look at that cute little pumpkin there. So this is the Spooky Good Time by Kim Schaefer, and we have a variety of prints here, including some great candy corn. Tim Holtz fans, we talked about this a while ago, but now maybe it's time to look at it again. So we have Regions Beyond by Tim Holtz, which has that ephemera look to it and that really distressed look. We have some great pieces. Looks like maybe you could even like write a ransom note by cutting some of that out. All of these are online as well as in store. I know Tammy has posted a Halloween link for you. And then we get into some really cool Alexander Henrys, which are very interesting. And we just got some new in today. But we're going to show you a couple of the other ones that are in stock that were previous. So super cute, super cute. Oh, look at those. I just love they're kind of all individual guys. And the ones that are brand new. Oh my goodness, these are exciting. So this, look at this. So this is Hide and Go Kitty. Okay, look at this. And I think it's also kind of interesting because, well, doesn't it maybe look like another non-Halloween designer? Maybe? I don't know. So could it maybe go with your favorite Tula? I don't know. But I think it's super cute and it could complement it really well. Then we have Kiki's Coven. Kiki's Coven. Look at that. So she's reading. She's going all about town. Look at her frog. Okay, we're trying to position it here so that we can a little bit more this way. Okay. All right, I don't want to make you dizzy here. So look at this. This is super cool. I love all these ladies here getting their witch on, keeping those frogs in order. A repeat here, we have our Magic Meow. This is a print that we have seen in years gone by that just came back, And isn't it delightful? It's a 2012 reprint and super, super cool. I know we sold out of it super quick the first time around. And now we have some scary. So if you don't like scary, just close your eyes for like 2 seconds. So we have the zombies. So we have the Beauties and Brains, as well as the Brawn with Brains. Okay, so we have these guys back in stock. And then we also have the Nightwalkers, which are the zombies, which if you're scared, I'll take them away right now. So I know they can be scary, but some of you really like your zombies. So we have those in stock. Let's come back over here. So we have our Halloween fabrics right in the front here, but we have so many that we do have some in the other room as well. We just want to be able to showcase in our front area not only our super cool Halloween selection, but also our Harvest Autumnal section, because some of you aren't so much into the Halloween season, but you prefer the whole fall season. So we just wanted to make sure that we shared that whole section with you. And I think we have another question.
Before you go into the fall, is there a apron pattern or panel that would be Christmas?
So we're looking to see if we have a Christmas apron panel. I don't think we have a Christmas apron panel this year. I will make sure that we can have a Christmas apron to share with you. I do know that, so if you had wanted to do something like this, where you faced it with Christmas, that could be a really good option for you, so that you could have a multi-seasonal, or, and then I do have another apron that maybe Frank can grab for us that's over on a spindle over there that is just a generic apron, and it has polka dots on it, and he might be able to see it for us. He found it. Da-da-da. Ho ho! So this is This Calls for Cake apron. And it has polka dots on it, so it's not exactly what you're asking for. But if the concept of a Halloween apron just doesn't excite you at all, you could buy this apron here, which has the pattern right on it, and then you could have birthday on one side and then Christmas on the other, if that was something that you wanted to do by using a different themed apron. So I hope that helps a little bit. I know I would really wish that we could have aprons for all occasions, but sometimes that's just not possible. In an upcoming segment, we will be sharing with you our Christmas panels, and I promise we'll do that sooner than later so that we can get talking with you. We do have some really great Advent calendars. So if you're into Advent or countdown calendars and need that, make sure to stop in or check that out. Whew. All right, so any other questions? Okay, so it's probably time for another trivia question. So for another trivia question, I could say, what can I say? I can say, what is the name of the Stitch Pink kit that we have, that the Quilt Along is going to start at the end of October? And your prize is going to be a super cool little doggy notepad. Can never have enough notepads. I can never find paper when I need one. This Sweetwater Taffy pattern, and your merit badge, it says, "Let's go sew." Make sure to have your answer in for our drawing for Saturday morning. So for our autumnal inspiration, we have a few projects made up, and we had, if you've been to the shop in the past couple days, We just whipped this guy up where we took a panel, a 24-inch panel, added 4.5-inch to finish 4-inch borders along the side and put a little cornerstone in there, quilted it up, added a sleeve. Yeah, I know, I got to show you how to do that. And then we have one of those garden banner holders outside in our front area so that this greets you. So this is the Rake and Bake panel. Isn't this cool? And we have these panels available here. I just love this, that chalkboard look. So in the Rake and Bake, we have this panel, and then the red that's here is printed on there. So we didn't have to worry about piecing that in. And then we just used this Henry glass folio for our border, and then used another Rake and Bake. We made it fancy. If you wanted to be not fancy, you could just have gone with this harvest yellow all the way around. I have another Rake and Bake panel for you, which are the blocks. So this one here that I just showed you, $8.99, so that's a really great price. And then, did I have the blocks in here? Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, here it is. So the Rake and Bake, we also have some blocks. You could turn these into placemats really easily or make them into a simple quilt. And the Rake and Bake blocks is an $8.99 panel as well. We have the super cool stripe available as a standalone bolt that you could finish things off with. So that would be really nice. I was going to use this stripe on the banner that we had outside, but I knew I didn't have enough for all of you, so I didn't want to make some of you sad. But if you're watching this and you want to do this, grab this stripe because you're going to love it for the border. Okay. Then I have some other panels here. I have Autumn is Calling. This would be great as well. You might see this as a banner in the next couple weeks. And this has 2 coordinating panels that go along with it. The blocks. Henry Glass loves their blocks that go along with their larger panels. And then this one is really surprising. And this is a circle mat. You could use it for placemats or a table topper. I also think it could be super fun if you made a tree skirt with autumn fabric, but didn't cut it apart as a tree skirt to have it be a table topper, and then put this in the center of it. So that could be super cool. All right. Oh, the ideas, they just keep coming. They keep coming. And last, I wanted to show you, I have just a couple more of these, and these are all season, but these are the gnome for the holidays. And so we have our scarecrow and our witch and our pilgrim down there. And I'm just gonna pull this so that I can share with you here. Can you see that? So that you can see our different gnome guys. All right. We have a couple fat stacks, or maybe just one fat stack of beautiful autumn fabric that we'll look overhead for. So you can see we have our gourds and some complementary tonal. I like to mix it up so that we have some with a lot going on and some where you have some place for the eye to rest. This plaid is really awesome. It would be great for binding, some greens, and mix up the greens when you're working with them, because the more you mix, the more things play. So this would just be a really great project here. So this one we called Fall Mat 2. Okay, Fall Mat 2, that's what we called this one. I have just a couple other autumn fabrics that I'm going to share with you to give you a tiny bit of a look up close at some of our harvest fabrics. I love getting all sorts of sunflowers. So these are flat. This one here, this is a border print, which would be perfect for a 60-degree table runner, or you could also border a quilt with that. And this has some gold metallic in it. On the website, I have them all grouped together under a collection called Thanksgiving Harvest Collection. Lots of gold metallic in our harvest. And then here's another plaid, and this plaid has some gold in it. So now I have a couple projects. Some of them you've seen before, some of them you haven't. We have our Venice Quilt As You Go table runners, pre-printed battings back in stock, and this is done with one of our mini strip sets. So our 20-piece strip sets more than adequately will make a runner like this. You'll just go ahead and get your border and back for that. So this strip set here is $19.99. We have the Venice table runners in stock in store and online. If you're looking for something bigger, we still have to quilt this up. We had made this for National Jelly Roll Day. This is the Crescendo Pattern, which is a cozy quilt design pattern. And this is pretty large. This size here, I'll take a peek. I think it just used one strip set and then background and setting and borders. Look at this, isn't this pretty? Can you see it kind of? Okay. So let me get the pattern so I can tell you a little bit more about that. That is the Crescendo pattern here, and it was the throw size that we made, and it required 24 strips. So if you got your strip set of 20, what I'd recommend doing is get a little bit extra of your setting fabric and a little bit extra of your border fabric so that you can cut 2 strips from each of them to be able to include them in your quilt. Daniela of Cozy Quilt Design, her patterns often are multi-sized. So we have the throw, the queen, and the king. So that's really exciting. And we made the throw size, which finishes 55 by 69. So that's a really great size. And great if you're going to be making a seasonal quilt. You can use her strip tube ruler for cutting the squares using the strip tube method for that if you are so inclined. So we have those both here. And then we also have another pattern that we're going to be featuring next week, but I just had to show you since we're talking autumn, I wanted to make sure that I shared it with you. So we have the Trafalgar table runner from Tabletastic. It's not new to the store, but you know, it's been put away for some time and I wanted to share it with you. This table runner is 16 by 40. Isn't this great? It's fat 8th pack friendly, and it's from Doug's first Tabletastic book. So the original Tabletastic, we have copies in store. You might already have it because I made all of you buy it last year. And so this is in the book here, and at Trafalgar is the first one, pages 4 through 9. So Doug writes really great patterns, and I'm sure you will enjoy this particular table runner. Any questions? No questions. All right, so now let's do one more trivia question. before I tell you about some other things that are coming up along the way. And that is, what is the name of the fabric collection that we used for our banner? We have another cool prize pack of a notepad, the sweet taffy pattern, and another merit badge. So you'll want to make sure to answer that to be able to be eligible for this. And now we have some really exciting stuff. I got to dig down to my notes because I have to make sure that I talk about this properly. So, and then we will also be doing our show and tell drawing right before we close as well. So, this is pretty exciting. So,
We need a drum roll.
we need a drum roll. All right, Frank, do you have the graphic ready? We are going to be doing the Toes in the Sand block of the month, featuring the Jaybird pattern, Toes in the Sand, and the latest Tula Pink fabric, Daydreamer, as well as the True Colors. Yay! 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 So if you haven't seen it already, there is a really cool video that Tula did on Tuesday talking all about this amazing quilt. So this quilt is a throw twin size 64 by 84 and has 12 unique block patterns in it, and it's all fat eighth friendly. So we were wanting to make sure that we could incorporate as many people as we could with it, and I know that some people are looking for a block of the month, some people are all sorts of stuff, so we decided that we were going to be doing this as a block of the month program. So what does block of the month program mean? Well, there's 12 blocks, so that means there's 12 little baby kits, and so we would be distributing the kits individually with the pattern up front and then the finishing towards the end. We are offering it at Patchworks for $199.99. We will be starting in January of 2022. If you prefer monthly billing, we are offering a $24.95 registration with $19.99 per month for 12 months. Shipping is $4.99 a month, whether you choose annual or monthly, if you are needing us to ship, because we love to be able to include you no matter where you are in the country. So that is super excited. Who's excited about this? So Tammy's excited. Tammy's jumping up and down. She did not know about this until we started our presentation, and she's like, oh, can I join? Can I join? I'm like, absolutely, you can join. So we're super excited. I'm already talking with Rachel and Julie to have the traveling quilt show come and stop at Patchworks. We have a fair amount of fabric on order to be able to make about 50 kits. So we, fabric is limited since this is a Jaybird and Tula venture. It's not like maybe this past program where it was established by the manufacturer. So we need to make sure that we have commitments early, because this is based on a single release fabric line, which is Daydreamer. And it also incorporates some of the basics, include from True Colors, some of her Tula solids, which continue, as well as the line work Fairy Flake, which is a basic. So I hope you're almost as excited as we are. Tammy has included links for you to be able to hop on If you are a Tula Club member, you are able to take advantage of all of the club benefits in this pricing if you're signing up for the annual. We are not able to extend the pricing with our monthly options at this point. All right, any questions on that? Okay, so then we have another exciting event, and that is coming up next Tuesday. And on Tuesday, 10/19, we are going to be at the Tosa Quilters Guild. Yay! So Tammy is posting the information to the feed right now, and we are going to be at the Tosa Quilters Guild at 7 p.m. for their monthly meeting, and they posted on their Facebook site that they are excited to open the invitation to guests to attend. We have the address listed below. If you had wanted to respond either to their Facebook page, to us, just to make sure that we have a general idea of how many people are coming, that would be great. We'd love to have as many of you there. We just want to make sure that we have a general idea of the number of those of you that are going to be coming. So that's at 7 p.m. We'll be sharing some really fun things with you there, and maybe have one or two things for you to buy. And then you can also check out all the wonderful things that they're doing there at the Tosa Quilters Guild. And I saw that Amy Stolowski is going to be there with her award-winning quilts as well, which is super, super exciting, always seeing great award-winning quilts. So I hope to see you next Tuesday. We will have our Moda University on video here with you live next Thursday, so it's not interrupting any of that. And after I posted that, I have a phone call to return because we're going to be scheduling another upcoming Patchworks party on the road. So if you have a group or organization that would like to schedule Patchworks for Patchwork Party on the Road, please let us know because we would love to come and visit you. All right, so now we are going to end with a drawing for something really fun from our show and tell. So our brave club members who have been making and keeping up with their My Favorite Color is Moda, I have a really fun retractable tape measure for you with the pink crystal cat. Oh, so exciting. All right, so think lucky, hold your thumbs, and the winner is Sharon Bonnell. Congratulations, Sharon, I hope you like cats. Yay! And thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great week. We will see you soon. Make sure to type in the comments so that we can draw you for an amazing prize on Saturday. Happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.